Hi, everybody. How are you today? How was your booking frenzy and how was your weekend? My booking frenzy, I think, was good. I didn't get to look at it from a full 8 hours. I had 5 classes today, but don't feel bad for me. That was by my choice. I think I said last time I went live that I am cutting back, and I am. I had to plan 2 weeks ahead to cut back. So I opened at the peak times today, plus the last 2 slots. And I always take one slot off to drive my son to school. So I actually feel very well rested. It feels nice. Do I need money? Yes. I think Cindy said in one of her lives, like, I always need money. There's never enough. But yeah, I need my sanity too. Kim did 5. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, and everybody, congratulations to Kim. She is a Gogokid teacher, and she taught her first class yesterday. It was that mentor class, which now they've changed everything around at Gogokid. The hiring process, so it looks like they're getting rid of the mentor classes. She's probably one of the last people to do those. Kim's frenzy was low, but I'm almost full. Okay, well, at least you're almost full. Yeah, I when I went to bed last night, I had 21, and then when I woke up, I had 20, but it was more than an 8-hour time, so it was probably more like 40 or something. That's what it usually is. Yeah. So, did everybody hear the news? Journey is coming to DC. Woo woo! And I am going. When do tickets go on sale? I need to be on my computer at the very moment. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to look at my schedule. So I cannot wait for it to come to DC. Mary Ann is going. Kim might go. Kim and I found out recently we only live like 4 hours from each other. I didn't know it was that close. I had a general idea where she lived. I thought it was more like 6 or 7. Yeah. So, anyways, um, I while I'm talking, I'm going to have some fun questions. Okay, one of them's teacher related, and one of them is just for fun. So my questions are, first of all, how close to the 12-hour mark have you ever gotten with teacher to teacher feedback? And my second question is just for fun. What's your favorite restaurant? So you guys, as I'm talking, let me know those two things. What's your favorite restaurant? How close have you ever gotten to the 12-hour mark? All right. So my weekend was good. My son had his first official soccer game of the season. It was local, so I didn't have to drive, and their team won. So, way to start off a good season. They lost a lot last year. It's mostly the same kids. Well, it's about half the team is the same. And there's a new coach. This one has a lot of experience. So, hoping for a good season. Yeah, thank you. Have fun. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Let's see. So let me know those two questions. How close have you come to teacher to not teacher to feedback, and what's your favorite restaurant? New regulations, you guys. If anyone didn't not read the official update sent out by VIPKID, as of right now, for the months of September and October, existing students to VIPKID are allowed to book the 9 and 9:30. New students that sign up in September or later are not allowed to even book that slot. November 1st is the day that nobody is allowed to book those 2 slots anymore. November 3rd is daylight savings. So it all is happening at once. We're basically, for me, I'm going to lose 2 time slots very quickly. And let me read the capital letters in the chat. I never got close. I love many restaurants. Red Robin, Bubba's, Mexican, Chinese. I love Chinese. Not Chinese. I actually don't love Chinese. I love Mexican restaurants. My favorite is El Charo. I think it's a local chain, so I don't know if you guys have heard of that. 9 p.m. Beijing trial today. Okay. Well, oh, you know what? I saw another YouTuber saying we might still be able to do trials at 9 and 9:30 because it's a loophole. It's not exactly a class. So that would be nice. I would definitely, if we could still do trials at 9 and 9:30. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah, okay. Evelyn's Pizza, cheap pizza buffet. Okay, I'm not gonna try to say that I'll butcher the Spanish, but it's a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, okay. Well, I love Mexican. That's one of my favorite types of food. And Heather had 8 classes with a Starlight and second level 1 MC. Wow, I have not done a Starlight yet. I was on the what's it called? The pilot program. So I got my certification before it was even open to everybody else, and I have not had one yet. And okay, Heather has 4. Wow. All right. Yeah, so the regulations, you guys, for a period of time back in July, I was getting up an extra hour early to work at Gogokid. I usually open an hour. I open 2 slots. I open an hour early to work there. I don't get many bookings because it's not a peak time, but must have been, maybe the summer hours. People are on a different schedule. For a period of 2 weeks, I was working like every day. And it was about killing me. I was tired. It was like if someone uh canceled, I would just close the slot. So I know from doing that getting up earlier is not a good option for me. Like I cannot nap during the day. I have too much going on. I have appointments. I have things. I got to function. So when I get up at 4 to work at 5, that's just like getting up super early. But then the middle of the night, like I can't do that. I know that that's not an option for me. So here we're going to be losing 2 hours. What I did last year when standard time came back is that I would accept priority booking requests from students that already were booking early, but I wouldn't open them unless somebody asked, and eventually they just dropped off. So I work 1 hour more during daylight savings. Now we're losing 2 hours, and I'm not getting up earlier. So Heather, I watched your live later on Friday. I'm busy on, but she was saying she read an article about being flexible, and the article was about being flexible, like employees being flexible in the workplace, which, yes, if you're willing to go above and beyond and do outside your job, you definitely will stand out as an employee. That was the point of the article, but it kind of was a general overview of being flexible. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. That's why I keep all these side jobs kind of going for options. I have other things I can do. Definitely working for iTutor is like top on my list, but also maybe working afternoons, substitute teaching or freelancing is another option. Yeah, so that's how I'm going to be flexible and get around it. What do you guys plan to do? Are you going to think of other options? Are you going to wake up earlier, just work less? What are you going to do? Um, let's see. Okay, Marianne likes Applebee's and Crackle Barrel. Okay, so most of you are not talking about. Okay, all right. So, do we have everyone here? I miss Danny. She's working now. She'll probably be a few months till she comes back. How do you get into freelancing? I do freelancing specifically for video. I have a video background. I used to work for a news station and now I freelance. So, there's a lot of freelance work for video because, like, maybe you only need camera operators when you have a production and you don't have a production every day. But I used to actually work a full-time job where I did that every day for a live show. Kim's going to get up earlier. Do you get a nap during the day, Kim? I think you said you did in the past. Marianne, I've come very close to the 12-hour mark. Oh, today you did 12 hours of classes? Wow. I don't do voiceovers, Heather. Yeah, I don't, but I wouldn't mind getting into that. Yeah, I mostly work on the technical side. So, yeah, and let's see. So, I already know Marianne, is anyone going to Journey? Anyone thinking about it? And I'm not talking about Don't Stop Believing, okay? I'm talking about VIPKID. Um, Heather's not getting up an hour earlier. Yeah, it just I can't do it. Kim takes a nap. Oh, you homeschool, so you kind of can be flexible. You can take a nap and then homeschool. Heather will keep her evening slots open. I hate working evenings. I'm just so tired, which I've done a few times from just accidentally, you know, opening a PM instead of an AM. Any journey is VIPKID comes to a city and they just have a big conference. I think they do like workshops and people come. Marianne's been before, so Marianne, tell us what it's like to be at Journey. Um, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, let me know if you guys are going. I know that yeah, she is. So anyways, I can't stay on very long, so I'm not doing like big huge topics anymore. I'm just doing little topics since I can't be on for that long. Yeah, Washington D.C., Heather. Yep, it is in Washington D.C. So who does anyone know when they are going to go on sale? Yeah, all right. And how is everyone's booking frenzy? I think I asked that. The new regulations, Heather is not going. Okay. And Marianne said, it's awesome. You can meet people from the Beijing office, attend workshops. I would love that. That would be so cool to meet Cindy, who started VIPKID, right? Have you met her, Marianne? Hi, Jane. You looks like you have three. Jane, I'm 87 days with VIPKID. I enjoy your lives and videos. Well, thank you. Thanks for watching. Good to see new people. For new people, let me tell you, if you are new, the Mid Autumn Festival last year was my VIPKID breakthrough. Everybody gives you advice when you're new and you don't have a lot of bookings. Open overnight. And I was still at that point, VIPKID was not my main job. So my freelance job just so happened to be slow and not open those weeks. I opened all night long. Well, I didn't even know because I was new. During the Mid-Autumn Festival, all the kids were off school. I got booked like crazy. I started suddenly getting overnight bookings. For 2 weeks, I did overnights. And that was my breakthrough. So, Jane, I don't know if you're struggling with bookings, but my advice is open overnights during the Mid Autumn Festival. That was how I went from not being booked to being booked regularly. You know, that was my breakthrough. I did 2 weeks of it. I actually posted a video, some of you might have seen, which I did at 2 in the morning. And I made the video after I'd done 2 weeks and realized I can't do 2 weeks long term. I was overwhelmed. And that was at the point where I was scaling back. But I don't regret doing it. That is what made me have bookings. Sometimes you got to work the schedule you don't want for a temporary period of time. And then when you get regulars, you have students, then you can open on your terms, which is what I did. Then I went back to opening 5 to 10 a.m., which is what I do now. So, or 5 to 9 during daylight savings. I see a lot of, for new people, if you're talking to me, write in all caps. That's how I know the difference of you're talking to me or you're talking to somebody else in the chat. Let me read what people are saying. Okay, Marianne, it's okay. I read that part. How much does it cost to go? I think I heard someone say like $65, plus they should announce tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Marianne, if you see it before me, immediately send me a message, a text, a Facebook message, something. I'll get on the computer the minute that I hear about it. Got to convince my husband before tickets go on sale. All right, you don't have to pay for a plane flight. She speaks at all the journeys. Oh, I can't wait. Have you met her, like got to introduce yourself? Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well with bookings, Jane. Every single slot I opened to book my evenings. All right, very good. I didn't get a chance to actually look at the bookings page. This Thursday is a great day to open evenings. No soul for the long week. Okay, and I plan on actually doing a mooncake reward too. Cindy did a video about that, but I'm tired of the same old rewards. Okay, so everyone, if you want evening slots Thursday, you don't have to pay for plane tickets. Kim lives within driving distance. That's all I meant by that. Yeah. So you guys, I have to go in a few minutes. I hate the fact that I have to now cut these lives short. with my daughter's schedule. But basically, I have a hard out and I got to end. So in the next 5 minutes, that's why I'm not doing big topics right now. Yeah, oh, Heather meant, does VIPKid pay for it? No, they don't. You have to get your own way there. You have to, you know. All right. Does anyone have advice for taking a vacation and not losing students? That's hard. It's always a risk, Jane. Most of the times if you have loyal regulars, they'll come back. But I let my regulars know like 2 weeks ahead of time. This time to this time, I'm taking vacations. Then when they try to priority booking request you, reject it as opposed to ignoring it. So then you can write the reason and let them know. And then there's also a place on availability where you can like tell them on the bookings page, hey, I'm going to be on vacation. So they know. Most of them come back. Sometimes I'll temporarily lose a regular, like maybe they, how they can book 2 weeks in advance, that teacher, but usually they come back. Or sometimes I'll see like a small dip in bookings for like a week after, but usually they come back. Just let them know. Yeah, and it is harder when you're new because, yeah, when you're new, it's more likely to happen. But anyway, yeah, it's more than 65, right? 65 just for the tickets to get into the journey. Yeah, then you have all the other expenses of getting there and things like that. Yeah, so actually, Jane, I did another live stream about taking vacations and gave some advice. Some of the things I just said, but I went into more detail about it, about when you take vacations and how to let students know. So look for that, titled Summer Bookings. Yeah, who can afford that right now? I know. Yeah. Usually they're in the West. So finally one's on the East Coast and I'm going. I have this opportunity to go. And you guys, I have to go in just a few minutes. I hate that I cut these short. And again, guys, if I can, I'll start earlier. Today I was fully booked, but well, fully booked for what I opened and didn't get a chance to eat breakfast. But if I can ever start before 10:30 or 9:30 Central, I will. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Sorry, this is short. I will see you guys next week. I'll see you guys at everybody else's live streams and have a great day. Bye, guys.